With us, as always, we have the gracious Geddy,
Howdy, howdy.
Willem,
Oh,
What a name.
Magical Martavis,
what's up?
and joining us as a semi-regular guest at this point, Jehovah Joe. Jehovah Joe, what's going on?
Jehovah Joe. Sacrilege. We just lost all of our Christian followers.
That's okay.
90% of them.
That is all of them. That's okay. I felt like we needed to start fresh.
That's fine. I agree.
We're gonna wipe the slate clean and go on our business. So, first matter of business. What's everybody been playing?
I think it's customary for you to start, sir. Colby, what you been playing?
Final
Customary for me
Fantasy?
to start. Final Fantasy 14 online MMO. It's good. I'm enjoying it. I really haven't been playing a ton of video games, just here and there, but that's the one I've been going to mostly. It's really cool. It's the first real MMO I've played. I played RuneScape when I was little, but it's for babies and stuff. But
Oh, jeez. There goes our other one listener. An avid RuneScape fan.
sorry. FF14, it's good, but
Is it similar to the Elder Scrolls Online type thing?
I didn't play it, but I assume it's pretty similar.
Hmm.
I don't know.
That it? Nothing else?
I mean, that's pretty much it, man.
Nice. Sad days.
Bad days.
I guess that goes to me. I've still been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I've been playing Mass Effect 2. Pushing through that. Great game. Let's see. Been playing Rocket League like usual with the boys. Been doing some GTFO. I don't know. I play a little bit of everything. I got no life. What can I say?
A little bit of everything. Sounds nice. Must be nice. Who's next?
Honestly,
I have a question real quick about your Zero Dawn. How far are you in it?
pretty far. Hang on. I don't want to lie to you. I'm doing a very good job of like thoroughly doing everything, and I think I'm about 30% of the way done.
How many hours you got?
Let me check Steam real quick. I have 30 hours.
Nice. You're on pace for about 100 hours.
On pace for 100 hours. Good game. I really
Nice.
enjoy it.
Speaking of 100 hours in a game, Will, how's Dragon Age?
It's a perfect transition.
Well, about that, I reached a breaking point, and I am done.
Did the game beat you?
The game beat me.
No. Will, say it's not so.
I hate to admit it, but I got to a point where I was skipping even the cutscenes, which I have never done in any game. I couldn't tell you what's going on with the story at this point. I have no clue. I'm to a part where they threw in these random stinking puzzles, and I just did not have the mental capacity to handle it. So I was like, you know what? I got 80% achievement completion, and I'm done.
Wow.
So I just started a game recommended by Geddy called Tainted Grail. I believe it's a board game. Is that correct?
Mhm. Yep.
A tainted grail.
Tainted
Yes.
Grail. They made the computer game just as a bonus for like Kickstarter backers, and then they're like, you know what, we can probably make money off of this, and it's not bad. I enjoy it.
Cool. It's a card game kind of.
A deck builder.
Robot. Yeah. Pretty fun. I'm only an hour in, so I couldn't really tell you, but it seems pretty cool. And that's-
Me and Geddy played the board game of it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, we need to finish that.
Is the board game at all similar to this, kid?
No.
No.
I mean, obviously the theme it's the same theme, but the play style, well, I mean, I guess it is sort of similar. You are building a deck, but the combat in that game is some of the coolest combat I've ever seen.
I also wanted to real quick. I was looking for this, but for the Zero Dawn, did you know how they render the map? I just posted it in this podcast thing. It's really awesome. It's like the first time they ever did this, but instead of like, when you're open world,
Uh-huh.
so that it runs smoother and you don't have loading screens and stuff, it only renders what your perspective is and a little bit further than that. So I posted a picture, and that's what it actually looks like.
That's
so when you
awesome.
turn around, like as you spin, it only is rendering what you see, rather than just a large map or a large section. It's pretty crazy.
Is it a big map?
It's
Big
fairly
world?
big. I feel like it's pretty big. It's I would say on par with the Assassin's Creed's.
Do you think you can make it lag if you spin really fast?
No, I just booted up the game and tried it. Like I had to boot it up to check hours and stuff, but I spun around real quick, and it does kind of like a spinny effect,
Like
which I
motion
think,
blur.
It's a
just to
workaround.
buy it time. Yep.
Yeah.
That's smart.
But it
Although
was
I
the
hate
first game to
motion
do
blur.
that.
What'd you say, Joe?
That's cool.
It was the first game to do that.
It's pretty
Pull
cool.
it off.
I did not know that.
All right, Matt Martavis, what have you been playing, brother?
Been playing some TFT, some Apex, and a little bit of XCOM 2. I got like two campaigns going, one on my computer and one on my Switch, and it's kind of funny because I definitely am doing better in one of them than the other, so I don't want to play play one of them.
Which one are you doing better?
On my Switch.
The Switch? Yeah.
Which I'd rather play on my PC usually, so I just
What a game! I love that game.
Yeah, good game. Good.
Why are you
commercial.
doing 2?
I just started on my Switch when I was in Tennessee.
Oh, wow, gotcha.
So yeah.
What you say, Joe? Quick question. Oh, I thought you said something. Might be.
Geddy, hearing things.
It's normal these days. It's the old age setting in.
It's the drugs.
Drugs.
Dementia.
Yep, dementia.
You're going
That-
crazy.
Happens to the best of us.
Happens to
Probably
the
all
best
that
of us.
drywall dust in your ears. Dude, I was kicking that stuff out of my ears, my eyes, my nose like crazy.
You looked like you were graying. It was intense.
Walker's going through a bit of a phase, I take it.
A little bit of a drywall phase. Yep.
A little bit of a drywall phase. That's very cool. Anywho, Joe, our guest of the hour, what have you been playing, man?
I've only been playing Rocket League and King Arthur Knight's Tale.
Nice.
King Arthur Knight's Tale. What,
How do you like it?
I've
Yeah.
only played 106 minutes. So actually, that's longer than I was expecting, but it's pretty good. I actually like it a lot. I really love the aesthetics. It's in the whole like King Arthur lore, but you don't play as King Arthur. He's actually the bad guy in it.
Spoiler alert. I guess you find that out in the first hour of playtime, so it's fine.
Yes, hey,
The first hour,
spoilers.
it's on the cover. The King Arthur's like
Oh.
half dead and all evil looking.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's pretty awesome. You play as Mordred. I
Dude,
guess
spoilers.
In the lore, there's I don't really know King Arthur lore though. So
What kind of game is it? Like what? I don't even know what
game,
style it
but
is.
It's very similar to the XCOM, I think.
Oh.
So you start off as Mordred, and you have one other knight that's with you, and it's turn-based combat, and you kind of are like starting to build a round table of knights, and you take them with you, and then you're kind of managing your relationship with them because you're kind of like the bad guy in the past, so most of them hate you, and then you make decisions that can affect, who actually becomes against you and who becomes like your allies.
Nice.
That seems pretty cool.
Some deep King Arthur lore. What were you playing before? You were playing the war strategy games.
He was
Right.
playing
Before,
Mountain Blade.
Yes, Mountain Blade.
yeah, that's fun. So I haven't played any this week though.
No, heck.
I don't think.
So you're moving on? Was it just a phase? Will you be back?
I'll probably be back for the multiplayer a little bit. I just couldn't get into the campaign as much. But I played the multiplayer and it was pretty fun.
Awesome.
But I also bought Hotline Miami 2.
That's a fun game.
$3.
How much?
Played it?
$3, that's good.
$3.
What is it called?
He told us about it a while
I
ago.
told you about the first one because I played the first one. and-
Oh yeah. I remember. It's that weird
Yeah.
Top down.
Yeah.
top down. Yep.
Yeah, I played the first one. I didn't play the second one.
Yeah, I haven't played the second one either.
Might pick it up if it's still $3.
It's still $3.
Pretty good. First one was really fun. The second one looks like more of the same, so
Yep.
be excited to try
The
it.
dual wield weapon for the second one, I think.
I like that. Very smooth. All right. Any other orders of business?
I don't think so.
Anybody want to get anything off their chest?
Ooh.
Will?
Probably not.
Okay.
Not live.
Oh yikes!
Later. You can. Yeah. Offline.
Later when you two are cuddling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, come over here and give me a kiss.
Oh yikes! And then there goes our last audience member.
Yeah, but we picked up the gay group.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah, LGBTQ. We're pro
You're gonna
LGBTQ.
plug your OnlyFans account again?
Oh yeah. After
If
the
we do that,
podcast, I'll just link it in the description. Just click it, guys.
All of our gay fans are gonna leave after Geddy does his thing.
You're like, well,
No
that
one
was so
wants to see that.
disgusting. I'm not gay anymore.
All right. So, Kanye West wants to make a video game. Cool. Good idea. Bad idea. What do you guys think?
Now, I don't think any video game, as long as it's done correctly, is a bad idea, no matter who comes up with it.
Okay.
That's dangerous talk.
How? What if it's the best video game and you just don't play it because he came up with it?
Okay, hold on a second. Let me figure. How about Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015? It's a game, no joke.
I didn't say. Well, I mean, now we're back to my OnlyFans, but that's okay. I said as long as it's done correctly, like it's actually done right, produced well, and it's a good idea. I'm not saying that, like the whole concept of the game has to be done correctly. Not.
You're doing the whole like Ratatouille thing. Like a good game doesn't come from anywhere, but it could come from. Like it could come from anywhere, but it doesn't always come from everywhere.
Exactly. Whatever that means.
Does that have to do with the mouse?
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Kanye
good
could be the
cook.
mouse chef. Exactly. Of video games, and you all wouldn't try it.
It's a rat. It's not a mouse.
Oh
it's a
yeah,
rat.
you're right. It's a rat.
The rat. Aren't they the same thing, just
Yeah.
bigger and smaller?
No,
Oh,
no,
they're not?
More or
Yeah.
less.
No, they're not.
More or less.
Hey, come on now. Little furry rodents.
One is so much dirtier, and way more aggressive.
Man.
Joe
Joe's
knows
a
all
mouse
about these
expert.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, when I lived in Florida, we had both. One time we had a mouse in the garage, and then one time we had several rats. Actually, it was a big difference.
Have you guys seen where the rats all get trapped together by their tails? And they can't get separated? Yeah, Joe knows what I'm talking
I
about.
think I've seen that. Yeah,
What's it called? It's called something.
I don't know what it's called. I think
If-
I saw it in a compilation.
Who's running this podcast, Matthew?
Yeah.
Alright, you keep it floating. I'm gonna find this rat thing. What do you think about Kanye West, Matthew?
I think his video game's gonna be about Pete Davidson as being the bad guy.
No, that makes sense.
And here
For-
I got all excited. I thought it was going to be about showers with your father.
If you want a good time, go read some of the reviews on this game. Holy crap.
Is it equal to or less
It-
than Furry Shades of Gay?
Probably not as funny as that, honestly, but pretty good.
You gonna read any?
Hey, don't leave us hanging.
Yeah, really set us up.
I mean, I'm still reading one. One is 5 paragraphs so far,
Oh boy,
and more.
it's a big boy.
It's a review.
Yeah, five paragraphs.
If it's anything like that Amazon review for the butt shaving stuff,
I've
then I think it's worth reading.
Never wished so bad for a gay snowman in my life.
What a classic.
I still tell that review to people today, and because nobody knows about it, it's so funny.
What was that for? It was for hair remover.
Hair remover. Yeah, it was like Nair
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
right. That's right.
The man went and put it on his butt.
Classic.
Not a
he
good
says.
idea.
So he says.
I tell you what, it was entertaining. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
So, what are your thoughts on it, Colby? You haven't really said where you stand.
I feel like if there's one company to make a good video game, it's Nintendo. They can do it. Granted, the only two things that they do really well are Mario and Zelda. But everything else is just pretty average 7 to 8 stuff. But they could do it. I just feel like there's no way they would ever do it. I don't think there's anything in it for them or anything like that. So.
Just from reading what he wanted this game to be about, it doesn't really seem like a Nintendo game, right? It kind of seems like
Right.
it's more of a serious. It seems like a PlayStation kind of game.
It would have to be some sort of. It's just not going to be a Nintendo game.
Yeah, I mean, this is 7-year-old news, so I don't think it's probably ever gonna happen, right?
No, I doubt it. But it's cool to think about, like alternate universe, Kanye West video game, 10 out of 10. Everybody loves it. Nobody's talking about Elden Ring. Everybody's talking about Kanye West game.
What is this picture you posted?
This is the Rat King. Matthew, if you want to pull that up,
It's super
maybe-
tiny.
zoom
It's
in.
pretty small, but
I didn't
There you
realize it was
go.
so small. Yeah, that's a Rat King. Disgusting. Absolutely vile, that thing. Very cool, though. It's like, how does that happen?
disgusting, but cool.
It's like everything else, you know? Alright, so if nobody else cares about Kanye West video game, which I don't think we do, it's a cool idea, but I would like for Geddy to give his lightning.
I'm ready. I'm sad.
Hold
but
on,
ready.
I'm not ready.
Wait for Willie.
I am now ready.
All right. So last week we were talking about them coming into the playoffs. They were doing fine, playing back to normal Lightning hockey. Fast forward to this week, they're now down in the series 1-2. So game 1 was a blowout by Toronto. Game 2 was a blowout by Tampa Bay. Game 3 was a blowout by Toronto. So where do we stand going forward? Game 4 is tomorrow. What I don't see from this team that I've seen from teams in the past is any desire or urgency to play from the start of the game. Like the last 2 years, puck would drop, the team was playing. This year, it reminds me of 3 years ago when we lost to Columbus in the first round, was swept. Puck drop, lazy play, sloppy play, no desire to do anything. Third period comes around, oh look, we're down by 3, let's start playing. They play great in the third period, and you just look at them and you're like, if you all had played like this the whole game, we wouldn't be losing. Now, where do we go from here? I do think that they can turn it around.
Time. Sorry.
That's not
And next week,
Oh
Geddy's
my
gonna be giving
be
his
suicidal.
thoughts on Tampa Bay winning or losing the series. We will see. But only time will tell.
They definitely won't be winning it because if for us
What
to
are we
win it,
doing? It's time.
it's
Hello.
gonna take 7 games.
Sorry.
Halo 3 ODST reimagining. A mod that's coming out that's going to enhance the old Halo 3 ODST campaign. A very underrated campaign.
I'm all about this. Love that game.
What do you guys think? I posted the article. Um, ODST. It's awesome. What do you guys think?
Basically, they're adding all the weapons from the other games, right?
Mhm.
And then some enemies. Is that what I read?
New enemy types and AI behavior,
Hmm.
which will hopefully make the game a little bit more. Well, I don't know if they had to add it for the new enemies, but
Yeah, I don't know. I
make it
mean, I'm
playable.
all about that. Seems like it'd be pretty cool.
I think it's a great way to go back and revisit that old ODST campaign, but in a new way. Anybody else?
I never really got into modding. How would you do this? How would you get this?
I think it's a matter of there's some things you can do on Steam games where they're installed on your hard drive, and you can go in and sort of alter those files in a way that will.
Some games have it more open. Some games have some of the files more like strict and stuff. So yeah, you go into the actual game and alter files, alter image files and stuff like that to even like make things look different, or yeah, adding new things. Like the games that are more open, usually it's easier to do stuff like that. So modders, it's like easier for modders to do it.
A great
so-
example is Minecraft.
That's a
Yeah,
horrible
great
example, but
Bannerlord is like a good example.
Stellaris.
It's open. It's an open
oh, tabletop, right? All that's mod.
tabletop. Yep. And my brother did it for Fallout 3 a lot.
Mm.
And he started by how he started modding was actually he just wanted to add music to the radio. So he went in and took out the files for
Nice.
the music and then added in his own. So that when the radio would play the music, it would just play whatever songs he put in there. So it'd be like Snoop Dogg.
That's funny.
In this Fallout 3.
What a different game that would be if they were in the standard version.
Well, I
Has-
mean,
have you all, other than I guess Joe and Matthew and Colton, so Will, have you ever played any modded games before?
The only one I've tried was Braden was really into modding Skyrim, and he had me mess around with a little bit. But other than that, no. Like
Yeah, me
he,
either.
yeah, I've never done it.
Those Bethesda games are really big for modding. Obviously, GTA 5 and all that stuff, but
But
the way
alright,
you guys play games is very much different games. You aren't interested in one game and then altering the game.
so this guy, it's one dude that did this. Does he get paid for this? Like, are people?
No.
Do people donate?
No, well,
If he
depends
sets
has,
something
like,
up.
yeah, if he sets something up, but normally modders don't. And a lot of times modders will have they'll have like a community that help, like they'll work on together.
Mhm.
I'm not giving
This
them money.
seems like
The filing a great game. Jeez.
The filing?
So you're not gonna go through and play this new reimagining mod?
Nah, probably not. I'm still beating Dragon Age Inquisition. I want $70,000.
No, that
Did
it's
did
the
you
only
beat it
proper
again? Hold on.
excuse.
Did you beat it?
Hey, we're not talking about this. We're talking about you.
Okay, so you didn't either.
I did not. I did not get anywhere near as far as you did. I don't think either. It just
This-
drug on and drug
The
on.
sad part is, like, when I was
got
playing it,
interesting.
yeah, I was interested. I almost had it in my top 15. I was having so much fun, and now
You
it's
quit
just-
on it. Oh my.
yeah, it's horrible. I just hate it. Oh well.
It's a modern day tragedy.
I'm not
Will
even
and Dragon
interested
Age.
in the new one. Like the new one's the next game BioWare is working on, and I'm not even interested in it.
It's
So
also
sad.
Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll go. Did you ever play the multiplayer in that one?
No, I did not.
It seemed interesting. I would consider going back and playing it if you actually enjoyed the game anymore.
No, I'm done with it.
So what's next on the docket then?
I don't know. I was Tainted Grail seems like a kind of like a just like an in-between game when nobody's on, and I just want to play something quick.
Absolutely.
But I have a bunch. Death Stranding, I was gonna try that. And then I was going to, let's see, what's the other one? Prey. I don't know if did you guys play that one? Geddy, did you play that one?
Nope.
That one
You
seems
also have
interesting.
Cyberpunk as well.
I do have Cyberpunk. Yeah, I have a bunch that I can try. I just don't know. I was thinking I might stream, but
Have you not
We're gonna
played
say-
Cyberpunk at all?
Nope.
Wow.
I've heard it's a good time to start Cyberpunk.
that's what I've heard.
Why is
So
that?
who knows?
What am I missing?
They had a huge update.
Yeah, it got rid of all the bugs. Well, a lot of the bugs.
You know, honestly, bugs don't really bother me. Like, unless
They'll
it's
fix
like
them.
a game-breaking bug where I just keep getting locked out of completing something.
My issue
But
with
I
Cyberpunk, and I don't think it's a patchable one. The story just wasn't there.
Yeah.
You can't fix a bad story with updates and patches.
I mean, maybe you can.
I mean, maybe you could just just a completely different game. I feel
Essentially.
like I need to go back and give it another shot. So
Maybe. I saw something where they're down to 1% right now of their peak players are still playing Cyberpunk. So
That's not fair. Their peak was huge.
their peak
Yeah,
was
there
huge,
There was a
but-
lot of hype for that game.
and they've now just essentially fixed the game, in essence, with all these big patches.
They might
Um,
bring some more players back.
I'll definitely give it another shot after I haven't decided. So once I finish the Mass Effect series, do I play Andromeda or just screw that game completely?
Andromeda's the best one, right, Will?
I would not. I don't know.
I've
I'm
gotten
gonna
pretty
play
far
it
in
again.
Honestly,
In Andromeda?
I played more of that one than I played of any of the other ones.
I wouldn't. I don't know. It's bad.
I have an idea for what the next game is, the next streaming game.
I want you to stream Days Gone. I will freaking
is-
buy it for you.
Not the game that I was going to say, and I think that you'll want me to stream the other game too.
Okay, what is it?
Witcher 3?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Silence.
He couldn't decide.
He couldn't decide whether he wanted to be wrong or not.
I heard.
Well, either one would be good. Like, I don't care.
I've got Witcher 3, so I might just roll into that one.
It's a long one.
So is Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, so.
I think my problem with Andromeda is it's very similar to 1 in that you don't really care what you're doing. The missions are kind of poo. So,
The missions were big poo in 1 compared to 2.
Yep.
2 is pooping on 1 so far, and I die every second of the game, and I still enjoy it more than 1. I'd probably have a 6-hour death compilation if we went through and looked at all of them.
these.
Fun stuff, though. I enjoy it.
Fun stuff, fun stuff. Well,
What were we talking about? I'm sorry.
what were we talking about? I don't even know what we're talking about.
My
I'm
bad.
about
Wait.
mods, and then it went to Dragon Age, and then
That's where we went off the rails at.
My bad.
Well,
Focus.
Focus, back on the rails. We are going to talk about boom, 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 our most underrated games. Is everybody cool with? Everybody got something to bring to the table?
I
Talk
do.
about an underrated game. Why don't you start us off?
I got a good one.
Well, Maddie can. Go ahead, Maddie.
Yeah,
Colton
It is.
agrees. Well, it may
Yeah.
not be underrated.
Minecraft.
Under
Oh my gosh! Never mind.
appreciated.
Come on.
Underplayed.
I'm going to look up the Metacritic score of whatever game this is. If it's Minecraft.
Mini Ninjas.
Ooh,
Colton,
that might be.
Colton had it on the mind with me. I've talked about it before.
That
I
made
don't
your top
think a
15
lot
if I
of
remember.
people played it.
It got a
And it's
70.
really good.
It's pretty good. I'd say that's underrated.
What
Yeah,
did it get?
Xbox 360, right?
PlayStation, Xbox, computer,
Mhm.
all of them.
I definitely played it on 360 arcade. It was one of the arcade games back when they had just like you could buy games for 800 like gamer points, or it's not gamer points. What they had
What was it? Microsoft points.
Microsoft points. I want to say Microsoft tokens. But yeah, you get 800 Microsoft points, which is $10 for whatever stupid reason they did their
Yeah, what a
points for.
horrible system. That was so bad.
So 400 points was $5. 800 was 10. And it obviously scales from there. But why not just do 500 is $5, 1,000 is 10?
Why not just do $5 is $5?
Yeah, why are we converting to some arbitrary currency? It's really the Bitcoin of its era. to be
Yeah, I
honest.
guess Bitcoin is down big today. Oof.
I wonder if anybody's just got like 100,000 Microsoft points and they can't get rid of them.
Somebody out there probably has some.
Would you sell, like, if you had $5 worth of Microsoft points, would you sell them to somebody for like $2? Just so you could have two usable dollars?
No, I don't even know. Probably.
The transaction fees you'd have to pay for gas prices and all sorts of stuff just to like transition those into real money. I don't think it would be worth it.
will protect you.
Okay, you're joking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Swinging a minute.
I know your
Crickets,
crypto
please.
knowledge is kind of.
Somebody bring back the crickets. Alright,
Oh well, mini ninjas.
Mini Ninjas.
What did it
It's a
give
great
on,
answer.
what score was it?
Metacritic gave it a 74. User score was 80.
Mm.
What do you think that should be at, Maddie?
I don't know. I mean, it's been a while since I played it, but like, when did it come out? It's fairly old at this point.
Late 2000s.
2009, September 8th.
It had some really good, like, I don't know, just fun mechanics to it. Like the different characters you could play as. The story was pretty interesting. It was fun to like go and hunt down. You had to hunt down a bunch of stuff and like collect powers, and I don't know, it was a pretty cool game.
Nice.
It was like almost Nintendo like.
Yeah.
It was very fun. Alright. Willie, you said you were ready with one? What you got?
Yeah. So I was going through my list of like my top 15 games, and I was like, well, surely I can find something on here. Turns out I only played popular games and well-liked games.
Yikes! That's
It
so
does not feel
anti-will.
good. Yeah.
As anti sort of everything you stand for, to be
Yeah.
honest.
So I had to go a ways down my list, and the game that I found was I don't know if any of you guys ever played it. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. Rise, Son of Rome.
Mm. It was a launch title.
Yeah, it was. Did you guys ever play it?
Nope.
I didn't play it. I saw a bunch of gameplay on it when I was trying to get an Xbox One at first.
Yeah,
But
it was.
Mhm.
It was like. It was touted as like great graphics, but once everybody got their hands on it, they're like, "Oh, this game's garbage." So Metacritic gave it a 61,
Oof.
and
Yeah, that's
GameSpot gave it a 5 out of 10.
What? That's really bad. I thought it
Yeah.
was okay.
Jeez.
I absolutely loved it. Like the graphics were great. Like they were really cool. The fighting mechanics were super fun. Like it wasn't like a super complicated fighter, but from what was there, like it was combo based, like you getting your combos up. What was there was pretty fun to try to master. The story was fairly interesting, and the part that I had most fun with was the multiplayer. I didn't even know there was multiplayer on there, but it was like it was an arena, but it was like in the Coliseum, and it was just 2-player multiplayer, and there were a whole bunch of really cool co-op executions and co-op combos and whatnot. So that would be my most underrated game.
That is awesome. Anybody else got an underrated game?
Joe, go ahead. I know you got one.
Can I get a Command and Conquer Generals check, rating check?
Matthew's got it. He's the Command and Conquer guy.
Oh, you played Command and Conquer Generals?
Maybe. I don't know.
Didn't you play?
I probably
played-
have it somewhere.
Did you
What was the
Later, later.
Commander game you played?
Ooh.
I played Supreme Commander.
Joe,
Supreme Commander.
What'd you
sorry, I don't think this will work. This has got an 84 on Metacritic and an 8.3 out of 10 user score.
That's a pretty well-rated game.
Well,
Not very
None
popular.
of you guys have played it. Yeah, it doesn't seem that popular.
A cult classic, some might say.
Yeah,
2003.
Oh,
Some
2003.
I played this a long time ago. It was
PC
a lot of
game?
fun, and it had it was a PC game, and it had 3 factions. You could play as the U.S., China, or like some terrorist group.
Dude, you
Nice.
played as China, didn't you?
China.
I played. You could play as all 3. There was a campaign portion for each one, and then the terrorist ones actually had suicide bombers, like these guys with bombs strapped to their chest, and they would run at the enemy and blow up. It was pretty bizarre,
Nice.
but it was a very, very fun game.
Did you ever probably it's a very similar game, but Dune, I can't remember exactly what it was called.
Spice
Dune.
Wars.
Yeah.
No, I didn't play that.
It was very similar to this.
Good
Yep.
game.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
They're
Watch Dad play
remastered.
it.
They're making it again,
Yeah, they
Uh,
just came out.
or
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just
remastering.
came
I
out.
don't know if it's the
No,
same.
I think it's a new game.
It looks
it's
almost
very
identical,
similar.
except
Yeah.
2022 instead of 1822.
Nice. All right.
I got
Gib, what you got?
I got a game. Can I get a check on Amped 2?
Amp 2, well, you're in the green, so it's an 80. 7.7 user score.
Always snowboarding, this guy.
Hey, you want an underrated game? That's the best game you could ever sit down and play. If an Xbox One would play it, I'd be playing it right now.
Can I get a check on Star Wars Empire at War?
There's no way a Star Wars game is
That's a
bad
good
rated.
game too.
Yeah, there's a
Hey,
a lot
hey,
of
hey,
I
hey,
stuff.
played that one.
Hey,
There
that got
no
us
good
it's
Star Wars.
79. So,
Amped
Yellow.
2 had a higher rating than some Star Wars game.
hey, that was a good Star Wars game.
All the Star Wars games were bad.
That
There
is
were like
not true.
4 good ones. There were
That is
like
not
4
true.
good ones
Shut
and
your
100
trap.
I can
bad
name-
ones.
I can name 4 fantastic ones right now.
Name 5.
Star-
Name 5 right now.
Yeah.
Name 5?
yeah,
Okay,
name
Star Wars Starfighter, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, Force Unleashed was good, Empire at War was good. There's 5.
I've never
You can't
heard of
use
5.
Joe's.
Yeah,
What about, did you guys ever play Republic Commandos?
that was my
yes,
game.
that one was
Yeah,
fantastic
that was
as well.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would have made my top 5.
I guarantee Geddy and I crushed you at that, Joe. Like, I'm sure we were playing it at the same time, and we were killing you at
Here's
that.
how this worked. Here's how this worked. We were limited on our screen time, right? So we had an agreement where we would rock paper scissors between rounds. One of us would play the mouse, and one of us would play the finger.
And we were freaking
that way we
awesome.
could double up on our playtime.
Oh, that is great.
We would roast people. I was like, if only these people knew that this was 2 guys, one with a mouse and one running. It was
Wait.
awesome.
Does it have a multiplayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was fun.
And I didn't even throw in the stinking, what are the Knights of the Old Republic. Those are fun.
What about
Those are good games.
the old Nintendo Pod Racing one? Or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pod
Yeah.
Racing one. That one was a bunch of fun.
Suck it,
It was
Colton.
fun. There's like
Star
10 good
Wars.
Star Wars games.
So what's the rating on Joe's?
79. So
Oh, yeah.
a lower score than the Command and Conquer.
Okay, anybody else?
I think it's your turn, Colton.
It's my turn. All right, everybody, step back. Will's about to blow a load after I say this game,
Oh, jeez.
Minecraft.
and I've got you all beat. I can almost guarantee it. Section 8.
Okay.
Ooh.
I almost put that section 8. You know what? It got a 69.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
Perfect.
It's so good though. That game is so much fun. That multiplayer is so
Yep.
weird, but I'm willing to bet that game would be a lot better if you could just get like a motorcycle to ride in between the sites. Because like
feel like-
fighting, well,
Go ahead.
fighting on the sites was so much fun. It was basically capture the flag with 3 different outposts in the middle of a desert. Essentially, is what I remember. But when you travel between the sites, it takes like 3 minutes to walk from one to the other.
It made your death important.
Yeah, and you'd end up just like you get sniped from somebody you can't see, and the snipers lock on in that game. So if you get sniped once, you can never outsnipe them because they're just gonna have a lock on you.
I feel like that game would do, like the game style would do well right now. Like I feel like,
Agree.
yeah,
Before it's time.
too early.
Yeah. My next one was gonna be Tom Clancy's End War, which is it's so fun.
The
But so
Nintendo
bad.
DS version was better than the actual game.
It's just I realize that game's bad, but it's so much fun.
Was that the one that you get to yell at?
Yes, you talk into the Xbox microphone to make it communicate.
Wow, 68.
For End War?
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So the lowest of all of these, Rise had a 61. I think that's the lowest one that we had.
I can't believe Rise was so low. I don't remember people hating that game.
People hated it. They were like, when it came out, all it was the graphics. They're just showcasing the Xbox's new graphics.
Well,
It's Hotline Miami.
Hotline Miami?
Yeah,
Underrated?
What score? What score was it? Or
I
is
bet
it?
it's pretty good.
85. And then the second one is 74. So it took a dip.
What was the year difference between those two?
2012 for the first one, 2015 for the second one. Let's see, King Arthur. Let's see, do they have a...
This brand new game. I feel
Surely
it's
they
a
do,
high
though.
Score.
Nope, doesn't look like they have one yet. Horizon,
Good game.
Like 9.
89.
A good game. Where
Dragon
does
Age.
Detroit become human?
It's a 90 for sure.
Yeah, it's really high.
This should have been your underrated game, Ged. 78.
Which one?
Detroit?
Detroit.
Ooh,
I'd
baby.
like to nominate that one, man. There's no way that's a 78.
And that was worse than Star Wars whatever.
Dude, that would make... That's the favorite game, my favorite game I've played so far this year.
That's pretty good.
Mass Effect 2, Ged. 94.
Jeez. I can see why, but...
Yeah, baby. Mass Effect 2, that's a good.
That is it's a good game. The missions are just amazing.
That was a fun little section.
And which brings us to our favorite section. The classic. You want to play it, everybody wants to play it. It's video game 20 questions.
Can't wait to lose.
Yep.
So who's got the game this week?
I got it.
I've
I
got
got
the
it.
game this week. It's going to be Joe's game, Black Mesa. Can't remember what it was called.
Wow, he can't even remember.
Yeah, Half-Life.
All right, I got it, boys.
Okay, is it a third-person game?
Hold on one second.
He doesn't have it, guys.
He doesn't know what
He
it
doesn't.
is.
He's looking at Metacritic 0 score.
He's looking up second-person games.
Joe ever gotten his 2 cents on that, on a second-person game?
Joe,
There's
what's
no
a second-person game? Well, there has to be.
Yes,
It
there
might not
is, and we
actually
determined it
exist.
was Guitar Hero.
No,
It's
that
Guitar
is
Hero.
not second
It's
person.
100%. Yes, it is.
You're
Because you're
as part
watching
of the
yourself
crowd.
play.
But you're not watching yourself play.
You're watching
Yeah, you
yourself
are.
play as part of the crowd, man.
But you're not.
Even if you're not, you're watching your own guitar.
Whatever. I mean, there's no arguing with stupidity.
You're right.
So, all right. First person is you are the person, right?
Right.
Third person is like you're watching the person.
You're watching the person.
Second person,
is somebody else watching you. You're watching yourself through somebody else's perspective. There's no game that you're doing that.
what if you were a camera watching yourself move around? Would it just have to be like a story game? Where you just like go through a story? How would you control that?
You would have to be running as a person, always maintaining inside somebody else's field of view,
Right.
and trying to play a game that way.
What if
That-
the game has like just portions of it where you're watching yourself?
Like what?
I think like doesn't BioShock 2 have it where like when you die, it shows it through the girl's perspective?
I don't know.
Okay,
There was a
that's not
racing game that I
play.
looked up where you drive your car through the perspective of the person behind you.
Okay, I would give you that. Is
Alright.
that your game?
That is my game. I don't know
I
what
knew
it's
it.
called, but that's what it is. All right. So what was the first question?
Third person.
Correct. Yes.
Third person. All right. Did it come out before 2010?
No.
Recent game?
Is it a shooter?
Nope.
Not a shooter.
Addy?
Is it a RPG?
Jeez.
Sounds like a yes.
Dragon Age.
No, it's not Dragon Age.
It's what we'd least expect, the one we talk about the most.
I would say yes.
Will would say yes.
Hmm. That must mean it's not a clear-cut RPG. Right?
Yeah.
So where do we go from here?
We could go.
Do you want to hit a console exclusive? Like just ask if it is a console exclusive?
Yeah.
Is it a console exclusive?
There's not.
Okay. Did it come out on the Xbox One series of consoles? Not sorry. Series is a bad word. Did it come out on the Xbox One, PS4 line of consoles?
Yes.
Okay. Xbox One game, PS4 game.
Is it? Is it a fantasy game?
Yes.
Xbox One fantasy RPGs. I mean,
I
I like
need
Final Fantasy.
I need to clarify the Colton's question. So what were you asking?
Did it come out on the Xbox One or PS4?
Like that
Era.
that
That
yes.
era.
Okay, then yeah, that was correct answer. Yeah.
So it sounds like it's neither, and it's a PC game.
Yeah, it can be. I just assumed Xbox and PS4. Could be a PC game.
It's a
What do y'all think?
fantasy game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantasy RPG-ish.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So what would fantasy be? That's like swords.
Yeah. Swords and magic and
Oh, it's that stupid game that you're playing, Joe.
yeah.
um. Let's see.
You got Maddie?
I don't know. I
You
don't
can do it.
have. I'd hate to ask it, but surely not. But have we mentioned this game tonight?
You have not.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. I was
We could always
thinking-
go for like a series or.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Is a part of a series.
It is.
Part of a series. It's probably still ongoing, but
Since it's so recent, you would
yeah,
think maybe. I don't know.
RPG is. It could be like Assassin's Creed stuff.
Wouldn't it, couldn't
Is
it still be-
Assassin's Creed RPG? I understand that you're
I-
playing the role of somebody, but I don't feel like it has the normal. Well, actually, the
I mean, yeah, it's got some RPG elements.
more recent ones do for sure.
Yeah.
the Elder or Dark Soul? What was the new one?
Elden Ring.
Could be that, right?
Could be.
Yeah. Those are all like Souls typey games, and they're all RPG fantasy deals. But would Will go there?
Maybe.
So you gonna do an Elden Ring? Is Elden Ring part of a series?
Yeah, it's
It
Part
is.
of the Dark Souls.
Okay. Is this part of the Dark Souls series?
It is not.
Okay. And that's 10 questions. Which brings us back to Joe.
Did we ask if it's a part of what was the question for like the movies? If it's like
A license based on a license.
that's that one.
No.
That takes out like the Middle Earth one.
I love those games too.
How much have you played of those? Did you play both of them? Colton?
I actually just played the first one. I want to play the second one, but
First one was really good.
yeah. And I heard the second one was just more the same. It'd still be Assassin's Creed.
I guess so. We only went back as far as 2010, right?
Uh-huh. And I mean, it's got to be 2013 or more recent, because Xbox One, that era.
But is Assassin's Creed fantasy?
I would say no.
I would say no, also.
There's still like Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah.
And then there's one other one. What am I thinking?
I mean, there was Final Fantasy 15.
Dragon Age or something?
That's Will's game.
I
He didn't do that to us.
just don't believe it. I'd be willing to lose if it were Dragon Age.
He's got PTSD still. He doesn't ever want to talk about it. It's Matthew's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's see. So we don't. Well, there's an Assassin's Creed movie too, isn't there?
Yep.
So that
There
ruled that out.
is. No, because it's based on
It's
Assassin's
based on
Creed.
Assassin's Creed, not based. Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's true.
The game didn't have to get
I got it
into
backwards.
the license.
Interesting.
There's God of War, isn't there? Does that fall under all of our?
Yeah, so far, I think.
Interesting.
That was a very well received game. That one game won Game of the Year. The year it came out.
Really?
2016, I think.
Find me a path.
Skyrim.
What are we trying to? Do we need to narrow down when it was released more, or not at
Maybe.
this point? I don't know.
I'm just not sure. I don't know how The RPG really fits in here. I'm struggling.
Like, it still could be Skyrim, right? Or is that too far out?
That's too far. That came out 360.
Oh, you're right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I realized. I mean, I guess I did. Actually, I had it on 360.
Yeah, 2011 that game came out. Because it came out 11/11/11.
Interesting.
I think Halo 4 came out like 12/12/12 or something like that. Yeah.
So,
Just-
so I'm multitasking here. I'm trying to win a game of TFT. It's not going so hot in case you were interested.
Yeah, I didn't really care. But maybe narrowing down the years will help.
I'll take a shot then while you're thinking, I guess.
Let's begin again.
So how far back are we currently that we know?
2010.
2010. Okay, so then I'll just ask if it was made in the last 5 years. Oh boys, it was right at that 5-year cusp. He doesn't know how to answer.
It was. What was the question?
Was it made in the last 5 years?
Yes.
Nice. It could be like those Pillars of Eternity games, or there was Da Vinci and all those sort of games.
Da Vinci. Oh. I thought you
Divinity
meant
Original
House
Sin.
House of Da Vinci.
Mhm.
That's a puzzle game.
That's not third person, though, is it?
I mean, yeah.
Divinity is.
Divinity's not third person.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's top down.
Looking at your character.
Alright, that's. Yeah, okay. I just don't ever.
Top down is a weird one to think of as third person.
Yeah, because like
it is.
StarCraft or Command and Generals, I don't see that as third person, but that's technically, I guess, third person.
Yeah. We could ask if it's a top down game. Will, is it a top down game?
It is not.
Great.
So the last 5 years, that didn't knock out God of War, right?
Right.
No, it did.
God of War
Did?
was over 5 years ago?
Yeah, 2016. I'm telling you guys.
We old.
2016?
Yep.
2018.
2018?
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
Ragnarok. It's God of War Ragnarok. Is that a different game? Oh, that's
Yeah, that was a sequel. But that was really good too.
that was a sequel. So
I
that-
forgot that came out, yeah.
So that came out this year.
Don't you be lying to us, Colton. We're trying. Whose team are you on?
We could
On
just
Will's
ask a
team.
question. Like, what's a question that could narrow it down, but not waste one on? Is it God of War series? You know.
You do like,
Has any of
is
us
it based
played that?
on?
I haven't.
I haven't played it.
Yeah, I haven't either. Or you could go like the mythology route, because that's, that would also be some of the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So like asking if we've played this game before.
I think that wombo combo. If he says no, that we haven't played it, then we could ask, because like if we've played it or not is a huge hint. Because if we've played, none of us have played it. So if the answer is no, then it could be that, or it still could be the Assassin's Creed Viking one.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine. Who's gonna ask it?
You got it, Colby.
Have any of us played this game?
I don't think so.
Doesn't think so.
He doesn't think so. So that eliminates.
We
the
just said that we
God of
hadn't
War.
played it. Like that.
Sneaky.
Or you could be sneaky about answering it.
Yeah.
Could we ask? Have we been talking about the game? Have we talked about the game? Since it
We could ask if we've mentioned the series that it's fun. That could help too.
That's if we talked about it tonight.
Yeah.
I think that would count if we mentioned the series.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like 4. Because we hadn't really talked about that many games since this game started.
Yeah.
No, just like the whole podcast.
I mean, did we talk about Assassin's Creed at all before you said that?
I don't think so.
I Geddy
Or God of
mentioned it.
War. Oh, he did?
I don't remember.
Didn't you?
All right, this is not helpful, guys. This is really bad.
Dude.
This is Half-Life all over again.
Could Zelda,
Can
could
we
it
not
be a
get it
Zelda
together?
game?
I mean, yeah.
Person. It's fantasy. So, do we want to hit like the cartoon graphics?
Yeah, that would help.
That what
Well,
you guys doing?
Does this game have cartoonish graphics?
It does not.
It's not Zelda. Yeah. I mean, I still think we could tackle this Assassin's Creed route. If not, we have 5 questions left, so.
Yikes.
What would you consider Assassin's Creed other than fantasy?
Mm. I mean, it all takes place in the past, right?
Historical, like
Yeah, it'd be like
historical.
the only thing that's like fantasy about it is like got your characters like going back and like going through its DNA or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
But would that make it sci-fi?
Yeah, it'd almost make it a sci-fi.
Mm.
If we complain enough about his dumb genre choice, and it happens to be one of these, we can nullify his win.
But no, would any of you guys be like, man, Assassin's Creed's a great sci-fi game?
No.
That's like my
No.
favorite sci-fi
Dude,
game of all
But I
time.
wouldn't
Assassin's
call it a
Creed 2 has
fantasy.
aliens in it.
Yeah.
That's
And,
true.
and one has that giant squid. I remember that. Octopus.
What?
There's one that has an octopus that can like grab you out of the water.
We also have Monster Hunter, right? Does that come in the last 5 years?
That's cartoony though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say it's pretty cartoonish. I just don't think Will's a Monster Hunter guy.
Does it have to be for him to pick the game?
No.
I played Monster Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what a guy.
Don't ask me why.
Yeah. And I also
played
like
it
how
too.
now Will is like, in the span of like us asking one question, he has to know whether or not we played it. And now the game
Yeah.
hinges on that.
Remember last time when he did that to us?
Yeah. He cheated because he's not all knowing. What an
Improv.
idiot.
Yeah, that's why Jehovah Joe needs to be the one doing all this.
Jehovah Joe, help us out.
Yes,
You
he
stumped
is.
us with Half-Life. Where do we go from here?
I think we should. I mean, it still could be God of War, right? Or I don't know.
Is it God of War? I mean, that's not a historical game, but it's like a mythological game, right?
We
Yeah.
didn't ask a historical
You
game.
can
did we?
ask if it was a
You
story.
said fantasy,
Right.
so that still falls under all the categories. It's within 5 years as a third person. It's
Yep.
realistic graphics.
Yep.
You know, there's not one that marks it off, right?
No,
No.
I don't think so. I think it's definitely still.
So how do we ask to eliminate it
Um,
It is.
without just saying is it a God of War game?
Ask if it's based on mythology, right? We haven't asked that, have we?
yeah.
Somebody ask.
Is it based
Is
on
it
mythology?
based on mythology.
I beat you to
It
it.
is.
Oh,
Still had it this whole time.
Is God of War?
Yep. And if it's not God of War, then it's the new Assassin's Creed has mythology in it. So-
Is this based on?
No. Just hit him with it. It's one or the other. It's got to be right.
Yeah.
Does this game involve Kratos?
No, just ask.
Yes,
if it's
it
the
does.
game.
Thank you for wasting a
Why
question.
are you wasting the question? You're giving them points.
dingus!
Call me.
Well, which one is it?
Well,
Does
you
it, have
could've- we
to, it
could've
has to be
figured it
Ragnarok,
out.
right?
What was the one before it?
Just God of War, and I'm pretty sure that came out in 2016.
Okay. We'll do. Is it God of War Ragnarok?
It is not. That is not out yet.
All right, is it God
It's
of
18.
War?
It is 19.
Okay. Hey, well, when did that game come out?
2018.
Got it.
Get wrecked.
Listen to Joe. Joe had it at question 10. Or
Yep.
question 9.
Firmly believe it.
Solid. So now we know who the real master is.
Yeah, Jehovah Joe that you questioned and then asked if it had Thanos in it or whatever his name.
Kratos.
Thanos.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Good game, or so I've heard.
Yeah. I thought about getting it. Came out on PC.
Yes,
You guys also asked if it was the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 generation, and I said yes.
Mhm.
What's that have to do with it?
The new one's already out, so it wouldn't have been the Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
I'm an idiot.
Mhm. You're just an idiot because we all questioned you. Well, I questioned you, and then you didn't just say, "Hey, idiot,
can
is God of
understand-
War."
I can understand why you would question me. I mean, what my first time on, what did I do about the injustice? You know, never played the game, but said it was Superman.
Listen, I'm not salty. I'm not holding that grudge. Oh,
We got
in the
anything
end,
else?
We got there.
Have a nice 19 points, I guess. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'll take it. Oh, I'll give you an update on the score. Last place is Billy, since he
Yeah.
picked a racing game.
Hey, I
Yes.
picked a racing game.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd you pick? Oh, Blur. That's right. So Billy with 10 points, Geddy with 15. What did you pick, Ged?
I did Portal.
Nice. Matthew with, or I have 19. Matthew has 20, and Joe with that elusive 25.
And I guess that means that I have to pick the game next week,
Yeah.
So,
and I will get a big 25. I already know my game.
dude, we kill your games, Colby.
Not
Of
this
all of the people, Colton's is the one I'm most scared of because he picked some stupid
Nintendo.
Nintendo game.
That's right. I have a vast library of knowledge, and I'm willing to put you guys to the test. For posterity's sake, this is for video games, man. Y'all should know this stuff. History. It's important.
Nintendo doesn't even count as video games.
Nintendo don't even count as video games.
Nintendo is video games. That's what y'all don't get.
Yeah, well,
Sounds like a you problem.
All right. Do you guys want to do a question for next week? We talk about right now, and I mean,
If you got a question, hit us with it. What are we prepping for?
what are we prepping for? Well, let's see here. Joe had the honor of sending me a very nice text of some pointers, and there are a lot of questions in there that I thought were cool.
Okay, we'll pick one. Okay, or we can ask Joe. Joe, pick one.
Joe, do you have a good question for us to ask for next week?
For next week? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come with the scariest game that you've played.
ooh,
Scariest
that's a
game that
good
you've played.
one. That is a good one.
Rocket League.
Rocket League is scary.
I also want to propose. I'm sorry, I had to step away for a second, but I might have missed anything. I'm sorry if I missed anything, but I'd like to propose that all of us get the Hotline Miami 2 game
Okay.
and then play a game where each week all of us play an hour worth of the game and see who can beat the game first.
Oh, I feel like we're at a disadvantage
Why?
because you
What
played
was that?
a line of games before.
Yeah, but Joe's just notoriously bad at video games. We
Okay,
can
you're
go
right.
Yeah. And I haven't played the first one since. It's been like 4 years since I played that game.
How do you
And I've-
beat it?
There's just levels.
Have you played video games before?
You get to the end of the levels.
You play through the game, you progress, your character gets stronger, you fight bosses.
And
Can
this
I
time-
recommend a different game?
Yeah.
Can I recommend Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015?
Dude, you win.
Guys, I'm 100% at that game.
All right, we'll do Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2016.
One of the best reviews is almost like real life.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Miami Hotline Miami 2, wrong number.
Wrong number.
We can do other games, or there's other things. I was just like, I think it would be fun to do kind of like a competition where each of us
Yeah.
play like the game for an hour. You know, we could do like a survival game to where, you know, you progress only like each week you only play an hour. So then, you know, whoever, you know, as people fall off or die or whatever, get eliminated. And whoever can last the longest wins.
We should just we should do one night where we just we play it together. Would that work? Like just join a
After the
party and
death?
play it for an
I think
hour.
it's just hard to get everyone on at the same time, and I was thinking like we could just talk about like our progression for that hour on the podcast, and like
Good content.
feel kind of creates the content, and you can kind of talk about the levels you're struggling with or whatever.
I'm down. It's $3.
Do we want to do the
Hey,
first
Chris,
one? Can we do can we do the first one?
I just have played the first one, and
Oh, I forgot about that.
Why I don't want to start with the second one, but we can do the first one.
I don't care. We can do whichever.
Nah.
This one has a higher review.
I'm gonna stream my hour each week.
Nice.
So I'm gonna watch Joe's stream before I do my hour, so that I know what to do.
I kind of feel like that is actually cheating, though.
You're genius.
Well then,
Don't stream your hour.
I
You
would.
can't.
Yeah, I would want to watch that.
Just record it, and then we'll just put it up after the first week.
Well, that would be cool. Each person records their hour.
Yeah. Also, the other thing I was thinking about, like, what
Okay,
we
let's
did
end this
the first
podcast,
time.
and then we can keep talking.
Yeah,
End this
okay.
podcast.
In
Kinda
the
drag-
This is the best podcast we've ever had. Hey, Matthew, you did click record, right?
No.
All right, roll the tapes.
Oh, are we out?
Kick it. Hit
Yeah,
us.
we're
Hit
out.
us at an exit, and we're good. We good.
Wait, is it off?
No.
Yeah, hit us, Colton. You know what you gotta do.
Hold on, what's it called?
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh! And you know what?
Hold
keep
on,
talking about
hold
it. Miami
on.
Hotline Miami 2. There it is.
This is not the right
This is
one.
definitely not it. Nice work, you taint.
I've
Why'd they both get added to the
I
queue?
got it.
What is-
There we
There we
go.
go.
Play us out.
I guess until next week.
Till next week, boys.
Fade that volume up.
The volume. My volume's up.